What's up, guys? It's Feeve Chief here. Team of the Year has wrapped up, and we are now on to the road to the final promo. And today we're going to dive into some investments that you can make post Team of the Year to help you get your coins up and talk about trading with these live road to the final cards. So let's go ahead and dive into all the investments that I'm going to be making probably on stream right after this video is uploaded. So the first thing I'm going to be diving into is I'm just going to start with some club stocking items, things I'm going to be throwing in the club that are 100% going to rise in price and there's no reason to not have them. And the first thing is going to be these 82 rated common cards. These are absolute no-brainers to have in the club because whenever we get a bunch of SBCs and stuff, these cards always go to over 1,000 coins with SBCs. So it really is just like an easy investment. Any sort of budget, you should throw these in your club and forget about them. And when the time comes, I'll ping you guys in the Discord and whatnot when to sell these. But if we go look at like 82 rated Vicario here, you can see these cards constantly rise up to over 1,000 coins here on Footbin. So whenever we get content that makes these rise, it is going to be very easy coins for us. So again, I'm not going to go all in on these obviously, but I'm basically just going to grab one of every single one, bid on them for 350, 400 coins, throw them in the club, forget about them. Now, moving on to our next item that I'm going to be kind of club stocking, not really buying a ridiculous amount of these, even though I think I might, is going to be gold team of the weeks. Now, team of the weeks are still quite low post team of the year. They're under about 19,000 coins, as you can see here. Really, really easy to pick up. Now, the reason I like Team of the Weeks is because fodder prices are still absolutely ridiculous. These cards are on the moon right now, and EA are going to have to turn to other ways to kind of make SBCs expensive. So I think they're going to turn back to Team of the Weeks, which we've seen a lot of this year. They've used Team of the Weeks a lot to make SBCs expensive. So I think they're going to go back to Team of the Weeks. However, I don't know how quick this rise is going to be because with everybody that just opened packs for Team of the Year, I don't know if you guys are like me, but I feel like my club is just absolutely stocked with Team of the Years. Or Team of the Weeks. I wish Team of the Years. We had the worst Team of the Year ever. But I'm absolutely stocked with Team of the Weeks, and I'm not going to have to buy them anytime soon to do SBCs. So I don't know that this rise is really going to be instant here, but I am expecting a nice rise on these Team of the Weeks, especially that you can get 85 Team of the Weeks for like 19K. Like, it's so easy. I'm going to go through and buy a ton of cards here and just kind of store them in the club and forget about them. Team of the Weeks are going to rise in the future, no question. Now, my main investment that I'm going to be going into, buying a ton of these just to basically constantly be listing up and making easy coins, is going to be 84 rated cards. Now, 84s are currently like 1,400 coins, I would say, and you can pick these up on bid really easily for 13, 1,400, whatever it may be. These basically are a zero risk investment, right? Because these cards, literally the lowest you can list them is 1,200 coins. So they're very close to discard value. Again, I think EA are going to have to turn to other ways to make fodder rise. So anything that is low, they're going to have to use. So 84s, Team of the Weeks, I think they're going to have to turn to here, and it's going to be a good way to make coins. So what I'm going to do is I'm basically just going to buy as many 84 rated cards as I possibly can, is essentially the plan. And what we're going to do is we're not just going to sit on these cards, obviously. I always tell you guys, you need to be lazy listing your cards. Now, what the hell does that mean is what most people would say. Basically, whenever you're sitting on an investment, you don't want to just like be holding on to it and not listing it up on the market, because obviously there's people that we call lazy buyers where they'll go through, they don't check the cheapest price of a card, and they'll just kind of buy anything that's close. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to buy all these 84s for like 14, 1,300 a piece. I'm going to list them for like 18, 1,900. In every single hour, I'm just going to relist them. I'm going to keep my transfer list completely full of 84s here and just every hour list them. And especially around content time every day, you're going to see a lot of these cards sell. You would be very surprised. Now, I recommend you do this with your Team of the Weeks as well. I don't see a scenario where they're really going to sell as much, but let's say I go and pick up a bunch of these 84s like I have with these Thiago Silvas. Again, I'll just go ahead and list these up on the market and just every single hour relist them. If we get sales, that's great. If we don't, it doesn't matter. It's an investment anyway. We're waiting for it to rise. So Some super simple investments here. Gold commons, team of the weeks, 84s. Now I quickly want to hit on just some of our other investments we've been going over. First of all, honorable mentions slowly starting to creep up here. I like what I'm seeing so far, especially with the price of the road to the final players. These I think will do quite well. So Bernardo Silva was like 88, he's up to 95. Kane was like 110, he's up to 120. Trent was 100, he's up to 107. So the ones we were looking at are starting to creep up a little. If you're still hanging on to those, just wait. It's very early. I think these can continue to go. Now, the next thing I wanted to talk about was this team of the year. Some of these cards are getting a lot of panic and crashing here, which we like to see these prices hopefully get to some normal areas. The first one here is going to be Allison. He's come down heavily here. I honestly think under 600, I may go and buy one. I just think the goalkeepers typically do well out of packs. The only thing that scares me is I feel like a ton of people got an Ederson or they got a Thunderstruck Van der Sar or anything like that, or just packed an Allison. So Allison scares me a little bit, but these team of the years are dropping. One of the big ones has been Bright. She dropped below like 900K. She's already back up to a mil here. And these movements are crazy, and I'm just completely staying away from team of the years. Just today dropped from 1.5 down to 880, and within the last hour has risen over 100K. So I think it's all very artificial. Just because there's not a ton of supply on these cards, so massive discords with people with lots of coins can really swing the prices of these. So I'm completely staying away. Another thing we got today was an Oberdorf Crest. We got a Kimmich SBC, which I'll go ahead and hit on in a second. But this Oberdorf just today went from 1.4 down to under 900K. And again, big rebound here, up about 150K. And these kind of things are really hard to time. But you'll see just with content here, drops from 1.15 down to 900 basically. So with a lot of that stuff, you can just buy kind of the panic selling. With Team of the Years, I kind of stayed away because these crashes were absolutely massive on these cards. So I think those are kind of the main ones that really took a hit today. It looks like ERPS is honestly up a little bit. Not a ton. I mean, she was like 138. She's creeping up to 155. And then the last thing here, I guess, would be this road to the final team. There's not much to hit on here because these cards are wildly overpriced and there's basically no supply of them right now. Sunday's going to be the day where, we may try and get in on some cards. I think a Darwin Nunez could have a lot of value on the market, but extinct here. EA have got to figure out price ranges, man. It's every single promo we have cards extinct. They don't seem to get it here. So big team of the year crash today on a lot of cards, already starting to see a rebound into tonight. And again, the main source of that was just massive discords. And then the Overdorf one, I think, would be due to this Kimmich here. But I think a lot of people would just rock Kimmich and Oberdorf. So that's why we're kind of starting to see a rise here. So interesting stuff on the market here. Hit on our investments there that I'm going to go ahead and go make now. But guys, that's going to be it for this video. If you did enjoy it, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next video.